Hello, my name is Madi Musick, and I'm an Oklahoma 4-H STEMist. This is day 1 of 3 of the Underwater Explorations Camp. You may or may not have access to a small lake like this one at home. If you do, you'll notice that there is life all surrounding you, from the birds to the plants and even the fish in the water. All of these things make an ecosystem. But what exactly is an ecosystem? An ecosystem is a natural unit of living and non-living parts that interact to produce a stable system. Today, we're going to learn more about the essential pieces of an aquatic ecosystem. Many people think of only fish when asked about animals that live in our ponds, lakes, and rivers. However, other animals live under rocks, in the mud, or float in water, and are far more abundant than fish. But because of their small size, they are often overlooked. This group of small animals are called aquatic macroinvertebrates. If you break down the word, you have two pieces, macro and invertebrate. In this case, macro means big enough to see with the naked eye, and invertebrate means the insect has no backbone. Many are insects who spend the young stages of their lives in the water before emerging into the air as adults. On your handout, you'll see the adult and recently hatched photos of a few macroinvertebrates. Now that we've talked about these tiny insects, let's talk about the other parts of an aquatic ecosystem. Also on your handout are a few pictures of common fish and plants found at an aquatic ecosystem. These species play important roles in the ecosystem. Plants growing in the water provide oxygen for the fish and macroinvertebrates. And the macroinvertebrates are often an important source of food for fish and other large animals living in the water. Today, we're making an underwater scope. This scope will help us see what is going on beneath the surface of the water, and maybe even allow us to see a few macroinvertebrates or fish. For this activity, you'll need an empty tin can, plastic wrap, rubber bands, colored construction paper, glue or tape, and scissors. Using a can opener, cut the bottom of an empty can so both ends are open. Cut a large piece of plastic wrap and cover one end of your can. Use rubber bands to secure your piece to cover the bottom completely. This will serve as your eyes in the water. You may need more than one piece of rubber band to get the paper securely onto your scope. Now take your scope to a water source like the small lake behind me and see what you find. Most aquatic macroinvertebrates live under rocks and woody debris in the water, or bury into bottom sediments. Using your scope, safely look at the edge of the grassy areas and see if you can find any macroinvertebrates. You may even see small fish swim by. Refer to your handout for ideas of what to look for. While you're there, consider completing the FAIR project linked on your handout. But most importantly, be careful not to fall in and do not venture into grassy areas. Snakes are also a part of aquatic ecosystems. Have fun exploring. Make sure to fill out your Microsoft forms and Flipgrids each day of camp. For more information, visit 4h.okstate.edu.